Rule number 1, I can't kill anybody.
Yeah.
Rule number 2, I can't make anybody fall in love with anybody else. Rule number 3,
I can't bring people back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it.
Are you guys ready to dissect something that was never meant to be dissected? Because I know I am. Hello everyone, my name's Aloubell, and let's talk about everyone's favorite magical power-wielding, itty-bitty living space inhabiting, funny and charismatic blue ethereal sidekick voiced by the one and only dearly missed Robin Williams, and arguably best part of the movie, Genie of the Lamp. And before we get into it, special thanks to Lashizall, Filmora, and my other channel members, as well as Christopher and Fusion Universe Animations, and others who donated over on Ko-fi for supporting me and my channel. If you want to support me as well and keep this channel alive, you too can become a channel member by clicking join, donate on Ko-fi, or commission me for a chibi on Artistry. Links down below. For the uninitiated, Genie comes from the 1992 Disney movie Aladdin, set in the fictional kingdom of Agrabah, and is about a charming poor boy, diamond in the rough, named Aladdin, who desires more out of life than living in the streets. After being deceived and almost losing his life, Aladdin summons a powerful genie from a lamp who can grant him 3 wishes. Aladdin's plan is to use these wishes to elevate his status in order to grow closer to the lovely and headstrong Princess Jasmine. Lurking in the shadows is an evil vizier named Jafar who wishes to take control of the genie and rule over Agrabah. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't like Genie. The movie just wouldn't be the same without him. And if Robin Williams didn't do his usual shtick and make the character completely his own, ad-libs and all, he might not have been as memorable as he is. But as awesome as Genie is, my brother and I noticed something a couple of weeks ago when we saw a bit of the original Aladdin movie. It's definitely something the writers didn't want us to think too much about, but it honestly didn't take us thinking about it too much. We just heard the lines in the script and immediately, Genie was sus. Here's the line. Rule number 3, I can't bring people back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture, I don't like doing it. Now, I was always under the impression that due to Genie's circumstances, he was not only bound to the lamp, but was forced to follow any wish his master made, all while being incapable of granting 3 types of wishes. No killing, no forcing others to fall in love, and no bringing others back from the dead. I also assumed that he was magically contractually obligated to only use his powers when his master made a wish. Let's address the first point about forbidden wishes. Listen very carefully to the last line in that quote. I don't like doing it. Oh, so this implies that he can in fact do it, he just doesn't like to do it. Huh. Genie can canonically bring people back from the dead, which theoretically means that he can also do the other 2 things he said he can't do. Instead of literally not being able to do it, it's more like a limitation by choice. It's super easy to miss the language he uses here. Heck, my brother and I never noticed until recently, so I imagine that no one ever really questioned Genie about it, assumed what he said was law, and thus never tried to push him.
But Aloe, didn't Aladdin question him?
Yes, but it's not the line of questioning I mean. For one, Aladdin was just tricking Genie to get a free wish. We'll talk about that later. But also, the part he was questioning wasn't why he couldn't do those things specifically, but more how is an all-powerful being limited. When you think about it, Aladdin didn't catch that language technicality either. Since Genie has these specific rules, I can only imagine either he made the mistake of doing these on his own when he used to be free, if he ever was free before Aladdin, or if past masters made him do those things. Either way, he wasn't being truthful, and I'm calling him out on that. That isn't to say that I don't agree with Genie's deception. It's ultimately for the greater good that no one has the kind of cosmic power to ruin others' lives like that or traumatize anyone. So, the deception was for a pretty good cause. Makes you wonder why he'd slip and say that he doesn't like to grant those wishes, or at least the resurrection one. That was either a mistake, him being super confident that no one will call him on his bluff, or him hoping that his masters just operate on an honor system and won't make him do anything he's not comfortable with. And now let's discuss the latter point I made about Genie only being able to use his powers for his master. This is disproven all the time throughout the movie, as Genie is always doing magical things and conjuring things up. It seems like he can do everything except free himself. The moment that third wish is made, he's back to being imprisoned inside the lamp. But since you consider how he is able to use his powers whenever he wants, would it then be more accurate to say that he just can't do things for others unless they wish for it? Like, whatever curse he's under causes him to be unintentionally selfish in a sense. To a degree, of course. But either way, Genie is magic, so part of his curse is that he can't use his powers 100% the way he wants to, which is part of his dilemma. But when you really think about it, not even that part's true. Remember when Aladdin tricked Genie into giving him a free wish? The fact that Genie was capable of helping Aladdin out at all means that he doesn't need someone to make a wish in order to help them. If he is bound by whatever curse or higher powers, they sure do seem to be kind of lax regarding what can and can't be done. It really does seem like Genie has more power to influence/assist others than he lets on.
But Aloe, if that's the case, then why didn't he just save Aladdin when he was drowning? Why did he have to wait until Aladdin unconsciously nodded to confirm the wish?
Firstly, the fact that Genie can just interpret what someone wants to wish for without them even communicating with him and take an unconscious nod as confirmation really only proves my point. The rules binding him are super lax and he has more say-so than he says. Whether he knows that or not is up to anyone's interpretation. Like, what happens if he just does things for people without them wishing? Will he be punished? It's not like an invisible force field was holding him back before. Do the higher powers just always allow at least one freebie? What gives? My second point, and I really need everyone to pay attention to this one, is that I'm pretty certain the writers never intended for anyone to dissect the Genie like that. I know I'm thinking too hard about all this, and that there was probably never really meant to be any hidden agendas or anything. But sometimes it's fun to overthink, and it gave me the opportunity to share my ramblings with you all. At the end of the day, I still love the Genie, unintentional deceptions and all, because he's fun, highly animated, and super sweet. And now, what do you guys think? Did you notice some of these weird inconsistencies regarding the Genie from Aladdin? Do you enjoy him as a character? Comment below with your thoughts and the Genie emoji, and let's get this conversation started. And remember, I'm the artistic Aloubell. I review things, I rant sometimes, and rewrite stories occasionally. If you enjoyed this video, I'd super appreciate it if you subscribed and joined our family of bells. We also have a chill Discord server if you ever just want a place to hang out. The link to that is in the description below. But as for now, that's all there is. There isn't any more.